Hi everybody, today I'm coming from my kitchen. I'm going to show you how I dehydrate garlic for garlic powder. Here is the garlic that I got out of my garden this year. This is what I have left. So I'm going to be preparing that. I'm going to peel it and use this item here. This is a Pampered Chef item that you put your clove of garlic in and you just roll it. And the skin comes off. So I'm going to peel it that way. I'm going to cut the little nib end off of it, and I am going to use my KitchenAid mixer to slice it in thin slices before I put it in the dehydrator. Okay, so I'll show you the next step along the way. Okay everybody, I've got my garlic all peeled and sliced. I'm just holding off on the last one so I can show you all how great this KitchenAid mixer works to slice the garlic up. So I'm going to just do that now. Does a fantastic job. I got the idea for this on a YouTube video that I watched on how to dehydrate garlic. It's Linda's Pantry, and she gave me the idea to use my KitchenAid mixer to slice the garlic, and what a time saver. It's fantastic. So there's the garlic. That is 54 cloves and 13 heads of garlic in here. And I want to show you, hope you can see it. I'm kind of losing my light here, so lighting isn't great. Sorry guys. And then I have my little nibs, the little end pieces that I cut off. I'm going to save those for bone broth. And so all that I have left is just 2 heads of garlic that I kept for cooking for fresh things. So that's the rest of my garlic. So I will show you, I'll pick up once again when I get it in the dehydrator. Okay guys, so I've got all of the sliced garlic in my dehydrator. I apologize for the lighting, but I've lost my light. It's now nighttime, so here it is. You can see it. I tried to go light on the shelves. I've got 3 shelves in my dehydrator. And I tried to put it on there pretty thinly because I don't know how that will affect it dehydrating. Now the instructions for the dehydrator say to dehydrate it for 12 hours, 6 to 12 hours. So I will start it in probably, another, I don't know, hour or so maybe to, so that it'll give me time to sleep tonight, and I won't have to get up too early. Anyway, here it is. I'm using an Open Country food dehydrator. I've only used it twice. So we're going to see how it works. And it is December 29th today. I'm sure you're wondering why on earth is she dehydrating a garlic in December. But I grew garlic this year in my garden. I had tons of it, which is wonderful. And I worked out of the home, so I didn't have time to do it. Now I have time, and before it starts going bad, I wanted to dehydrate it. Now some of the bulbs were a little musty, like they hadn't been dried well enough. On the outside the skin was musty, and I only lost probably 4 cloves to like a little bit of bruising or something on them. There were some that were musty, and they were starting to sprout. So that's why I decided to do it today. So tomorrow when I get up, after this is all done, I will do another video and show you how it came out. Good morning everybody. So this is the dried garlic that I got. There are 4 cups here. Isn't that phenomenal? 4 cups, and it's super dry, super like crispy, almost like potato chips. So what I'm going to do now is grind it up in my coffee grinder, and I'll grind it in my coffee grinder, and I'll show you when I'm done how much I get. So again, what did I do with my list? I lost my list as to how much it was, but I'll let you know in the next clip. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay everybody, so here it is. Here is the garlic powder that I got from what I dehydrated. I used my coffee grinder to grind it and to pulverize it after it was dehydrated. And quite frankly, this is a coffee grinder that I've never used to grind coffee. I always use it for spices. And I use this to fill my little canning jar. This is just a canning supply that you can get anywhere, like Walmart or whatever. So yeah. Okay guys, so here's the final video for my garlic dehydrating. This is what I got. Whoop. So I'm pretty excited about that. This is, let's see, 54 cloves and 13 heads of garlic. Now, this is a little pint canning jar, so it doesn't seem like much, but when you think about the fact that you probably use a half of a teaspoon to a teaspoon in your recipes, that's not bad. And it actually smells way more fragrant than what you would buy, you know, for in the grocery store. So 54 cloves, 13 heads. So the things that I used to do this was my KitchenAid mixer with a slicing attachment. Now, KitchenAid mixers, guys, you know where you can buy those, but I looked up how much they are. So on Amazon.com, I could find KitchenAid mixers for like $1.89 to $3.99. And also on Amazon, I found the slicing shredding attachment that I used for $1.39. My dehydrator, I thought that I got on Amazon.com, but gee whiz, when I got on to look at it today to tell you guys how much it is, I could only found it ranging between $134 and $200. Now, I did not pay that much. I paid probably $60 for it. So I thought, well, maybe I got it on Walmart. So I looked at Walmart.com and it was still $134. So I don't know if it's just gone up or what the deal is, but anyway, I loved it. I have used it before for, like I said, for herbs, and I wasn't thrilled about it. And I don't know if it was just the herb that I tried, or if I didn't do it right, or something wasn't right with it, but I loved it for this garlic. It worked so good, did everything I wanted it to do. And I also used my coffee grinder. I found one of comparable one on Amazon.com for around $20. So here's my deal with the garlic. I have been an avid gardener most of my life. Years ago, I used to have a garden of my own, and then I haven't for a lot of years, but in 2015, I started gardening again. I have a sister that lives not far from my small town that I live in, and she has a homestead, and so she offered me a garden plot. In 2015, I started planting a garden. So here is my garlic garden journaling. So in 2016, that was my first year to plant garlic. Now, it was quite expensive to get started. I got my garlic cloves, or I guess you'd call them seeds, at Agway, Campbell's True Hardware here in the town that I live in. And it was between $20 and $24 for 14 cloves. That's very expensive. But I really wanted to do it, so I bit the bullet and I bought it. So I planted 14 cloves in the fall of 2016. Oh no, I'm sorry. I planted 14 cloves in my area. We have such a short growing season in Maine that you plant your garlic in the fall to have it for the next year. So it kind of like winters over in the garden. So in the fall of 2015, I planted 14 cloves. So then in 2016, I harvested, I didn't write it down. I didn't write it down. But anyway, so in the fall of 2016, I planted 30 cloves of garlic for the following year. So how we do it around here is we plant it in the fall, but we cover it with straw to winter over to kind of like protect it a little bit. And then in the spring, we take the straw off. I guess you could leave it on, but we always take it off. So, okay, so planted 2015, planted 14 cloves. Don't know how much I got. It was probably around 20 bulbs. Planted 30 cloves in October of 2016. And in harvesting 2017, I got 27 bulbs. So I had planted 30 cloves, and you get 27 bulbs from that. Now in the fall of 2017, I planted 40 cloves. And so in the harvesting of 2018, I harvested 38 bulbs. So I'm really only losing like a couple every year, but my gosh, 38 bulbs. So you split those apart and you get all the cloves from it. And so in this fall, in October of 2018, I planted 50 cloves of garlic, and you just saw how many I had. 13, so I had 15 more heads, garlic heads, that I used for cooking, and that doesn't even count how many I've already used. So the production has been phenomenal, and for my initial investment, which I thought was kind of high, between $20 and $24, now I'm getting, 50 heads of garlic. You can't go wrong for that. So I'm just going to keep on producing, planting and producing more and more each time. And now that I know how to do the dehydrating, oh my gosh, it's phenomenal. How I figured out how to dehydrate it was I just went online. I did a bunch of YouTube, searching on YouTube to see how other people did it. And so my next thing that I want to try to dehydrate, I'm thinking about growing celery next year and dehydrating that so I can make my own celery salt. So I might try to dehydrate some celery tonight. I do have some in my refrigerator, and I might give it a try. We'll see. I'm not really sure. But for this video was all about the garlic, and I did this because I absolutely love garlic. It's so good for you. I love growing it. I love seeing it grow. I don't know if you guys know or not, but what I do with it in the spring, in summer, when it starts to grow, when it's ready, you get garlic scapes on it. Well, a lot of people like to cook with those garlic scapes. I'm not a big fan of that, but I have a daughter-in-law who is a cheese maker, and she makes ricotta cheese, garlic scape ricotta cheese, which is it's in huge demand. I mean, there are people that you can't wait for it. They look for it, and it's seasonal. So she does very well with that. So I give her all of my garlic scapes. So, as you guys can see, the production is phenomenal. I mean, to think that you can plant a clove and get a bulb, that's phenomenal. My heads, my bulbs, my heads of garlic were probably, the bigger ones were maybe only 4 cloves, but gee whiz, if you plant one and you get 4, that's pretty phenomenal. So I could not be happier. If you guys are thinking about planting garlic, this is the way to go. I would definitely do it. Even though it's a bit expensive to start, do it. And you can just save your bulbs to plant for the following year. It works beautifully. Okay, if any of you guys like this video, please subscribe, hit the like button, and I would love to have you subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.